Once you've put this document into Notability, you're able to do your design sketches and your thumbnail sketches. The first thing we'll do is our thumbnail sketches, and that's what you see on the sheet right here. This is just to help you get an idea of what your car wants to look like. Once I decide which one I want, which is this one, I'm just going to put a red check mark by it. Then I'm going to go on to the next page and start my design sketch. Now, once I'm on this side, I am going to zoom in and do what it's asking me to do over on this side of the page. So, how long do I want my dragster to be? I'm thinking 275. If you have no idea, just look at the spec sheet and that will help you decide. I'm writing it in red so it stands out more. I'm not going to add any wood to make my car taller. I want my axles 80 from the back and 40 from the front. So now I'm ready to start on the next thing. So I'm going to scroll down here. So I already chose the design I wanted. Now I'm going to look, it tells me to look to the right and look at my lines. I need to do these different types of lines. So I already know that I need a center line and I need some hidden lines here. So I'm going to grab my pen. It tells me center lines are red. Center line goes down the top view of the car. And it's not really a dash line, it's a long line and then a little dash. Try to make it as straight as you can. And now I need to do a hidden line, which is where the CO2 cartridge is, which is green. So I'm going to grab a green pen and put it in. And if you notice, there's also one here. And the only reason they're different colors is so you can tell what type of line it is. The one line it doesn't show you is a projection line, and we will go over that shortly when we need it. Now, because I drew my top view on my sketch, that's what I'm going to start with. And now I need my black pen. 275 isn't as long as a block, so I'm starting back further. Try to be as careful as you can, making sure you don't cut through the center line right here or the dotted line here and the dotted line here. Remember, this is just a sketch, so it's not going to be perfect, but take your time and do the best you can. So now there's my top view. Now, I need hidden lines to tell me where the axles are that go through my top view. I'm going to say 80 is about right here. Remember, nothing's a measurement right now. We're just kind of doing a guesstimate. And there are my hidden lines for the top view. The next type of line I need to make is a projection line. A projection line shows you where things line up from one view to the next. So to explain it, there'd be a projection line there and here, and then where my axles would go that carry down. So there are my 4 projection lines I would need. So now that I have that done, I want to zoom in and draw where my axle holes go. And on here, they're just going to be a plus. They go right there. And right here. And then I'm ready to start drawing my rest of my view. I draw only to the purple line. That's why the projection line is there. And again, do the best you can. So there are both of my views. Now, a couple things I want to point out is where I drew the axle holes right here and right here, the bottom of the car needs to be resting on the block of wood. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. And then you would self-grade yourself. To self-grade yourself, you need to look up here. A hidden line, there are 2 of them. They're each worth 1 point. So where the axle holes are, if you have both of them, give yourself a 2. I'm going to make it in a different color so I can see it better. Projection lines, there should be 4, and they're each worth a half a point. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. are both views the same length, which means they start at the same spot back here, and they end at the same spot here. If they do, give yourself 1 point. Does your top view look symmetrical? So if this is my center line, does it look similar on this side and this side? And I'm going to say here it's pretty close, so I'm going to give myself a 2. Do I look like I spent more than 2 minutes drawing my car? If you think you did, or you know you did, give yourself a score. The total is worth 10. So add it up 5. Oh, I have too many points. I'll figure that out just a minute. The hidden line should only be worth 0.5. So I'm going to go back and change that. Right here. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to leave it this way. It's not going to let me just get rid of one thing. So this would really only be 1 point.